Hey folks, this is Matt once again. Um, I wasn't planning on doing this review, but I figured why not. Um, if you don't hear, my stomach keeps growling. It got a little bit mad with this movie as well, so that's why it's growling. The producer's cut of Halloween 6. Now, of course, Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, like I said in my previous review, not a fan of. Not a fan of the Thorn plotline. Not a fan of. Go back, see that review, you'll know why I'm not a fan. And the producer's cut, is hailed by a lot of people to be so much better. And I guess it's a little better, but it's not. Doesn't still make it a good movie. I'm sorry, to me. You still have a lot of the problems. I mean, the only difference between the producer's cut and the theatrical cut, one, you have a little flashback to Halloween 5, which that to me is like, oh fuck, I hate Halloween 5. Get that shit out of there. But you see the back of Jamie Lloyd, Daniel Harris's character, walk out, see some men taking Michael Myers into a van, and then she gets grabbed. And I'm like, I could have figured that shit myself. So, that's what I figured in the first place. So, ooh, big deal. At least to me. Number two, the Jamie Lloyd character does not get killed in the barn with the corn thresher device. She gets hurt, taken to a hospital, long enough for her to have a dream that she was captured and impregnated by Michael Myers. And then the man in black comes in with like a silenced pistol and shoots her in the head. And, gun to her head, off screen, and then we find out she's dead. And I'm like, what was the point of that? You kept her alive just to have her die later. There's not really a big difference. It's like, okay, she dies at a good makeup effects, or she's in a hospital and someone shoots her in the head. That's it. It's like she does nothing in a hospital bed and gets killed, or she gets killed here. It's like, what big difference? Yeah, at least to me. Um, the ending, definitely a different ending. Like in the theatrical cut, you have Michael Myers going to that surgery room, fucking people up, left that kaleidoscope of shit, and then Paul Rudd beating the shit out of him with a lead pipe, and then them heading out. Like in this version, it's more they have the girl, the character's name's Kara. She is on, I guess you call it a pedestal. They fill in little gaps about what the thorn is about. That the thorn, it would, the times it would appear as a star constellation in the sky, and it appeared each time Michael Myers did something, like in 1963, 1978, 10 years later in 88, so Halloween 4, a year later in Halloween. I'm like, wow, that's very convenient. It still has a problem. It's a shitty story. And this is coming from a guy who fucking liked Jason Goes to Hell, the Final Friday. But it's a crappy story too, but that was entertaining. This film was not entertaining. The kills were nothing. They even took away some gore, so like the asshole father, I like seeing his head get blown up. That's in the theatrical, but not in this one. So this one's definitely a less gory version, which was the only thing going for Halloween 6, to be honest. So they took that out, and you have more of this plot that I think is very stupid plot. The Thorn business is bullshit. Michael fucked his niece. Great. Great. At least Jason Voorhees was, well, I guess his worm thing did go up Aaron Gray's cooter. So, I don't know, Jason Goes Out just was more fucking entertaining to me. I can't help it. But this film, the only good thing I can say about this that makes it maybe better than the theatrical cut is more Donald Pleasence. You realize they cut a lot of Donald Pleasence and his sequences out for the theatrical, which is a shame, which is very sad. They cut a lot of his stuff. Just a lot of interactions he has with this Dr. Wynn character, finding Jamie in the barn, at the hospital. A lot more of him in the film. And the ending, like I said, is completely different. It's that girl's on the pedestal. Paul Rudd gets a knife. Because the whole deal is, the whole thing is Michael Myers wants to kill everybody in his family. Even people in his house he considers his family. Once that's done, I guess, then Michael Myers' power will be gone. And it's time to choose another child, which is why you get that little kid, that character's kid, little boy. And then they have him wanting to kill her, and thus now he's, I guess, will be the new Michael Myers, however you want to call it, the new person with the thorn power, whatever the fuck. Paul Rudd grabs Dr. Wynn with a knife, they escape, they run down a hallway, and Paul Rudd stops Michael Myers with stones. He puts fucking stones on the ground because they're the rune stones, and Michael Myers grabs Paul Rudd, and then just the rune stones, he stops and freezes. And then they run away to the very end where they run away, and then Donald Pleasence says, I got some business, goes back, finds Michael Myers, you think, on the ground, and it's actually, they must have predicted Halloween Resurrection because he switched bodies. Not bodies, but like it's Dr. Wynn on the ground, and he put the mask on Dr. Wynn, and Michael Myers put on the man in black suit and walked away. And Dr. Wynn touches Donald Pleasence, and he looks at his arm, and the thorn symbol. I just meaning that now Donald Pleasence will be the new man in black, that he'll be the protector of Michael Myers now. And Donald Pleasence screams, and Michael Myers dressed as man in black escapes. If I saw it in the theater, I'd be pissed too. I'd be, what the fuck is this shit? Like, it doesn't end. It sets up for another bullshit sequel, like the theatrical cut. I mean, I guess it's better than theatrical cut because it's actually an ending, but it's still a shitty ending. Like, it's, instead of shit, it's shit with salt, or chocolate, or vanilla. It's still vanilla shit, or chocolate shit, or salty shit. You know, that's what I mean. It's still shit. The only reason to see producer's cut is to see some nice performances by Donald Pleasence. That was the only thing I got out of it. I got to see Donald Pleasence a little bit more. And he does a good job. But that's it. I mean, the theatrical cut, on the other hand, at least it has Michael Myers killing more people. And at least Michael Myers gets beat on. Here is just Michael Myers walks and he gets stopped by stones. And then he disappears. Oh my. And that's the only difference. And it still has the same problems as the theatrical cut. The Thorn is a stupid storyline. Some people say Sam Jason Goes to Hell, but that was more fun. It was more fun. More stuff was happening. Whether it be the makeup effects or the lead, John D. LeMay. You still don't care about anybody in this film except Donald Pleasence. You don't care about the character of Kara. You don't care about Paul Rudd. I think Paul Rudd did a poor acting performance in either version. You still have shitty actors, shitty characters. In this version, no gore. A crappy storyline. Somewhat better ending than theatrical, but still it's a crappy ending. It's still another slightly better, but yet still crappy ending. I'm like, wow, great. Dr. Loomis is now, yeah, okay, that's still I at least you know what happened, unlike the theatrical cut, but it's still like a very. I like the Loomis character of Donald Pleasence, and that's a shitty way for him to go out. Oh, now the thorn bullshit on his arm. The music's different too. Like in the theatrical cut, you have that more guitar. Here, that's gone. It's more of the classic Halloween score, so I actually like that better. But it just. The producer's cut really wasn't all that. It just explains more of the thorn and more with Donald Pleasence, which is nice. But it's still a shitty film. If I gave star ratings, Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers theatrical cut would get no stars, and this would get like 1 star out of 4 or 5, whatever. Say out of 4 stars, theatrical cut would get no stars, and this would get like either half a star or 1 star, probably half a star, and that half a star is to see Donald Pleasence more. The only thing going with Halloween 6 was, hey, you had some gore. Here, the only thing is you have a little bit more Donald Pleasence. Doesn't even have the gore. Shitty storyline. Still has a different but shitty ending as well. It's still a shit fest. Producer's cut. It's still the bullshit druid cult, and it's a silly, stupid storyline. That's just my opinion. But either way, thanks for watching. Take care. Whatever Halloween 6 version you see, it's a shitty film. Producer's cut, in a lot of people's eyes, is a better film, or wow, this is a great film. I don't see that. I see a shitty storyline about Thorn shit that's in the sky, that people got pissed off with Halloween 3, and he gets stopped by stones on the ground. Then somehow he just snaps out of it and switches places with Dr. Wynn and just fucks off. If I was in that theater, I would have been the 14-year-old saying, this ending sucks. And then they just made a shittier ending, but either ending sucks, they didn't. I'm sorry, Daniel Ferrans. I know you're a fan of the Halloween franchise, but these sequel, and some people say that this is the finale, that this is better. This producer's cut is better than like H2O. I don't see it. I really don't. Explain that to me, please. Jamie Lee Curtis coming back and cutting Michael Myers' head off? Well, in my eyes, it's Michael Myers. Or this bullshit. I mean, it still sucks, plain and simple, in my opinion. So thanks for watching, and take care. Later.